Hey y'all. So yes, we got to talk about it. Nene leaks. She did an interview with LaTocha Scott of Xscape. Let's just get straight into it. It's just too little too late, a little too wrong, but I can't wait. You don't know the right things to say. Oh, it's just too little too late. It's too little too late. It's giving on both of their parts, Nene and LaTocha. Look, I love LaTocha. I always will. LaTocha's my Libra sister. Us Libras have to stick together. I have been a fan of Xscape for years and years and eons and eons. I'm old, and I look young because I eat babies. Remember on American Horror Story, Angela Bassett, Queen Mother, what was her name? Marie Laveau. When the officer when she had the baby, and she was like, "Officer, I don't know what to tell you, but I need this baby." Very that. But yeah, it's just, it was all over the place. Nene needs some help for her interviewing skills. She didn't know LaTocha had a son. She thought that LaTocha and Tamika were twins. She didn't know how old LaTocha was. She didn't know that the girls grew up together in school. What else Nene didn't know? Nene didn't know. Nene thought that Rocky was from Atlanta. It's certain things I can understand. I'm not going to give Lanithia too much. But it's certain things I can understand because the Scott sisters was not as visible on television like Candy and Tiny have been for years. So I can kind of understand why there's certain things she don't know. But other things, it's just like, Nene, you could just Google this girl. Like, how you don't know? Apparently, Nene's never seen them live. I don't know. But Nene, I guess, was just living a different life. And on her news feed, it was just other stuff going on, clearly. Because it was no Xscape, no anything. Very interesting. LaTocha looks good. It's kind of the same old song and dance with her. Nene, she was bouncing around. She went from the husband to kids to being a vegan to Xscape to her mama to just how small she is. It was just bouncing. It was just really difficult to keep up. So I had to take notes. I don't know why Nene I don't know why she won't interview other housewives. They don't have to be housewives from Atlanta, although we would prefer that. I would. But I don't know why she don't interview other housewives. It just makes no sense. Like, it's just, I don't know. But we glad Nene got her own show. We're going to pray for her. But she definitely just needs her peach back at this point. Because, what else is going on? Let's see. Tasha went on the whole story about how, she owns the right to Xscape. And Nene was shocked by that because she thought that Tiny owned the rights to Xscape. And she said that, they all of a sudden I found out that they were on tour and they just went on tour and just left me. And my lawyer sent them information. They didn't reply back, whatever. The thing is that Tamika also owns the rights to Xscape. I think Tasha said that in her interview. So legally, Tamika can, even though if it's just part owner, I guess she can go on and go with Xscape. And that's what they did. But the biggest thing that you're conveniently leaving out, Tasha, is the whole show that Nene didn't watch. Nene, how you had this show, how you're interviewing her, but the main reason why she's not in Xscape was showcased on the show, The Queens of R&B. Child, that blonde. So I was just we all know the whole thing of when she was on the show And she was basically using that show as a platform for her gospel album. Whether she meant it that way, that's how it looked. She says that she feels like she was edited in a certain way. And she says she feels like there's a certain agenda. That a bigger agenda as to why that happened. And I don't know. I guess she feels like somebody's against her or doing something against her or whatever. And I think who knows? I don't know the behind the scenes of anything, right? I don't know any of them personally. I don't know all the tea. I don't know. But I do know a lot of people do not like Rocky. And that's Rocky is her husband. So and we saw how a little bit of their dynamic. Rocky pretty much runs the show. And so a lot of people will not fool with Tasha because she's associated with Rocky. And I think that until she fully realizes that, she's going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. Because apparently Rocky is good neighbors with the devil, allegedly. And so a lot of people just don't want to fool with him and his foolishness. She said there is no baby. She's still working it out with her husband. They separated for a while, probably like 2 weeks. Child, because Tamika said when her homegirls rolled by the house and, Rocky was out there mowing the lawn or some child. So I don't know if they ever officially broke up. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I think that Rocky got dirt on Tasha and Tasha got dirt on Rocky. And it's just, we've been together this long. We might as well just stick it out, child, and have each other's back, child. Because everybody know each other's social security numbers, routing numbers. It's just... being married to a personality like Rocky is quite, it can be quite dangerous and damaging, I would think. He is, that personality is a lot. Quite scary, actually. When he was whispering in her ear on one episode of R&B Divas, it was bone chilling, sit chills up my small petite bones. So, yes, I was just like, oh, child, Rocky, I get the appeal though, but it scared me. But yeah, that's basically what happened. Y'all know, child, and the whole thing with the dress and with the stylist at the Soul Train Awards. She had a beautiful dress. She looked great, but she had on a completely different dress than everybody else. And every time the ladies tried to meet up and talk about Xscape business, she either had to consult with Rocky or she had to pray about it. And so the ladies prayed about it without her, and they was just like, well, God told us to head on. We had a conversation with God as well, and God said to leave you behind, Tasha. Tasha's taking it as maybe God was taking her out of that situation and all that. But it's clear that Tasha's going around that she wants to be back in the group, which is essentially everything that Candy Bird said. When your solo stuff don't work, don't sell, don't pop off, whatever words you want to use, you always want to come back to Xscape as a backup plan, and it just doesn't for whatever reason. As great of a singer as Tasha is, and Tasha is an incredible singer. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. The industry is definitely a lot harder on women than they are men, which is completely messed up and unfair. Because as men get older, let's use rappers for example. As men get older, it's old men rappers everywhere. They still get praised, still get booked, they love that old sloppy man up on stage hitting those lyrics. But if a woman matures and get older, she's somehow replaceable and discarded, which is completely wrong and untruth and just mean, because there's no age to talent. Talent is timeless, and so yeah. It's a mess. But Tasha, girl, you have to take some accountability. Now, you my sister. You're going to have to be on up and be honest about some stuff. You was not fooling with Xscape. You did not want to fool with Xscape because you had a conversation with God. But now they done dropped you from your label, from your gospel label, because your album didn't sell. And so now you're trying to get back in Xscape and just kick it. But I don't know. She said that she's had a conversation with Tamika, but I don't know. She didn't go into detail about it. LaTocha said that a lot of family members are on her side in the situation, which is a part of the problem. Messy family members, messy boots. And it's clear that the mama is still taking Tasha's side, which is so unfortunate when you have multiple kids. And so, yeah, you know, they talked about, it was one part that was very interesting from Nene. She was just like, one thing I don't understand is your sister don't have your back. Your sister, once again, Nene didn't watch the show. She didn't even know Tasha was the Xscape child. Nene didn't know anything. And she was just like, your sister didn't have your back. Like, even if I'm wrong, it's your sister. My sister's supposed to have my back. And whoop to whoop. I'm just like, well, if you watch the show, Lanithia, you would see that she did have her back for years. She's tried. But sister or not, sometimes you got to spread your wings and fly and be an individual child. My God. And Nene talking about, but you're my sister, my sister. I'm like, Nene, when did you be all about sisters? When you don't even fool with your own sisters. Oh, excuse me, your half-sisters. I remember when Nene on the Housewives was getting into it with Phaedra because Phaedra had reached out to Nene's sisters. We black. We don't say half-sisters, part-sisters, steps. That's my sister. It is. I have no siblings on my mom's side. I'm her only child. But on my dad's side is where all my siblings come from. And I love them down. Okay, I don't call them my half-siblings. Hey, half-brother. Hey, half-sister. Who does that? That's my sister. That's my brother. And it's just as simple as that. Nene, when you reached out to my half-sisters, who says all that, girl? Oh, that's my great-granddaddy. Oh, no, that's my great-great-aunt. Who says all that? That's my aunt. You figure out the timeline. I'm trying to finish my plate. I said, Nene, shut up. What else is going on? Let me see. Anything else important happened? Like I said, Nene didn't know she had a son. She just didn't know. Oh, boy. Horrible. But I'm going to end with this, child. After that segment, Nene had... excuse me. Nene had an interview with this lady from the Neighborhood Talk, right? Is it Neighborhood Talk? Yeah. And she was just asking Nene questions, hot topic questions about the housewives and whatever. And so it got on, the girl asked her, who would you rather like sing or whatever at your, whatever it was, or just sing, period. It was Candy Burris versus Ashley Darby. And Nene actually knew this because she referenced the song that Ashley tore up in the worst way, Roberta Flack's Killing Me Softly. She said, oh, I'd rather Ashley Darby sing it than Candy Burris, child. Yes, Ashley, sing, child. What is this beef that Nene has with Candy? It's so old. It's so tired. It's pointless. Candy is out here making moves. Candy is probably going to be more successful post-Housewives than when she was on, because now her focus can be on other things, more important things than a reality show. And Nene, your best bet would have been to bury your hatchet with Candy and get cool with her, because Candy is making money moves, okay? Big business, okay? She working with some of the greats out there in this world of acting and just entertainment and period. So, Nene, you dropping the ball on many ways, sis. I like the setup. The show is cute. But, with that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google+. Follow me at Xscape on Instagram and Twitter. At Xscape89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App, PayPal, and TikTok. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, darling.